Yo, Crypto Nation and mining family, what is going on? What up, what up, what up? All you happy hashers out there. Sorry for the delay. Like I have my mechanic shop going up and running, and of course people calling right at the end of the day to set stuff up for next week. So I'll be a little late for customers this one time. I know. So what is going on, all you awesome people out there, as you guys are piling on in? Certainly smash that lizardy like button, and if you're new here, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. You guys know how YouTube works. What's going on? Rude, my dude. He is first. We got Jason the Tiger Osborne in here dropping those first. And we got Bedell, and then Bedell was sitting there and wondering what was going on with me. Of course, he shoots me a little text, so he's like, hey, what's going on? You're late? I'm here. I've been dealing with work. What's going on, Shuby? What's up? All you awesome people. We got Sadie in the house. We got Sarth. What's up? I got all the cool people piling on in. This is awesome. And you guys, if you are, new around here, guys know that I have been, I've got a little partnership with Osprey. So guys are looking for any FPGAs, guys. We got new stuff here. We've got the VU33s, which are basically the forest kittens. They're not super amazing hash rate, but they are amazing power efficiency. And then of course you got what I've been utilizing, which is the E300-VU35P. If you guys are looking for any of this stuff and you guys see the price tag up on here, I do have links down below to get some discounts on all this gear, man. So we're gonna go ahead and give some updates with this FPGA, right? I mean, you guys know that I've been playing around with this FPGA, and you guys have also been hearing me talking about, there's not much that's profitable for the FPGA, right? And allow me to just kind of show this, as of right this moment, right? So as of right now, and when things aren't mining very well, usually price comes down. So sometimes you might be able to do new or used gear, whichever one you can get your hands on, and actually start building up your hash rate in the lower periods, where it's not so profitable. And you can sit there and start grabbing up gear at a reasonable price. Because your most profitable thing, well, it's not really profit, especially at my 11 cents per kilowatt hour, would be Graham. I'd be losing me about 2 cents a day. So of course, my FPGA is off. But guys, I don't have official word from Osprey. I can say that there are updates in the horizon. But I can't officially go on record until they give me permission to, about what they're cooking up with this update. Now with this update, I believe I can sit there and say that there are a few things that are, few bit streams that are on the Osprey devices that are no longer being utilized. There's nothing to mine on them. So I know that some of the updates are going to be alleviating some of that and just kind of getting rid of it because it's not used. Very smart to do it that way too, to just kind of get rid of some stuff that you don't need and then update it with some new bit streams. So I do have word that there might be a new bit stream, but I can't tell anybody what it is until they give me permission that I can go public with it. So until then, you get the announcement for the announcement, which is there is something coming out. I'm just saying. There's a couple of things more than likely coming out, but I know of one person. Personally, I know of one. But it might be worth trying to get up on top of this FPGA before that one update comes out. Even if they don't let me know, like they say, hey, you can't say this until the update's out. Then you can say something publicly. Then, And it's like one of those things of, you know, this is your announcement for your announcement to buy something, but I'm not telling you anything, what to do, what not to do. This is not mining advice. I'm just telling you what I would do. What's going on, the pirate? What's up? So definitely got some cool stuff that will be coming out for the FPGA here. But in the meantime, you know, it's like you can use the links down below and hop up onto here, get yourself a little discount on the stuff. So I mean, you can get the VU35P as a 3-board unit, a 1-board unit. Same thing with the VU35. You can get it as a single board or a 3-board. Yo. It's like the pirate woke up from a nap. Nice. Very nice. So this is going to be pretty cool stuff. If you guys are interested in any of this stuff, I mean, since, you know, what, GPU mining it's moderately okay right now. You know, it's especially we have, you know, Aleo moving stuff, you know, doing stuff now. Some of this, I'm not really, how can I put this? I don't see much usage with this. You know, this is going to be one of those things of ride the mining wave while you guys can, and as when you're getting paid. Again, this is not mining advice, but I want to make sure y'all fucking keep your investments as safe as possible. So as you're mining these poop coins, certainly take the majority of it. You know, it's like if you're thinking you want to keep a little bit of these poop coins, it's fine. Or if you're mining a specific poop coin and, you know, that's your goal, that's a different situation. But if you're mining because you're like, hey, Aleo is profitable. Well, if you're looking at it as just a profit machine, then you should be, as soon as you get paid out, put it into Bitcoin. Don't wait for the pump. Historically, you make out better by transferring daily. There has been I've tracked them out for a while. I know a few other people have tracked it out, like the Technicals. He was the first one to kind of bring it up to my attention many years ago, where he just did a spreadsheet and went, if I would have sold here, I would have captured this. But no, I sold over here, so I captured less. So historically, you may, if you're mining for the amount, the maximum amount of Bitcoin, just sell it as soon as you get the payout, go right into Bitcoin with it as soon as possible. You will historically do better mining. These are just historical facts. That's why there's, when you see big mining, big ASICs coming out on the algorithms, that the algorithm takes a dive as soon as the ASICs come out. These guys are not mining those poop coins. They are mining for Bitcoin. So as soon as they get payouts, mind off, they go right into Bitcoin with it, and that puts a downward pressure on all these other coins. And now who? Yeah, no, okay. Making sure it's not work stuff. My phone made noises. But yeah, I mean, so it's like I encourage people to take profits, you know, when they can. But again, if you're mining for a specific reason on that particular poop coin, you know, by all means, mine away. It's like I mine a bag, and after that, I auto swap to Litecoin or Bitcoin, depending on when I want to dump. And that's really not. It's like, guess you finally showed up. Yeah. Work, my man, work. It sometimes gets in the way of things. You have a plan over here, and then work happens. Yeah, as a pirate, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you're wanting to hold on to a bag of it, by all means, mine until you've got the bag that you're wanting. But I wouldn't sit there personally. No, I'm not telling you what to do as a pirate. This is just what I would be doing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be just sitting there mining, and then Litecoin or Bitcoin, if that was my go-tos, Litecoin and Bitcoin. You know, I hold on to both, so I have no problem with that. But I wouldn't be sitting there waiting for that pump. You will. I find that for every one person that catches the good pump, I would say about 90% of everybody else just loses. And it's like being in crypto since 2018 mining. I've held on to things and I have sat there and had that selling incremental. And historically, I've done better if I just sell it mindlessly, just boop, trade it out. But I absolutely, love that. That's what you're doing too. It's like more power to you, my dude. And what's up, Jacob Anthony? Hello. What up, Tech Man? Home again. Nice, very nice. Hopefully you're unaffected by that nasty storm that's been going through there. Woo. But yeah, I mean, like, depending on what kind of hardware we all are running, I mean, of course, all of us hardcore miners, we're already looking at this stuff. But for people who are kind of newer looking into this, I know there are some newer names that have been coming around here as of more lately. This is hashrate.no, and this is kind of where you can see the mining gear and kind of get, as I say, a loose estimation of mining profits depending on your hardware. So we're going to be, it's like looking at this stuff. You can sit there and if you got a, this is for the people who are new here. It's not for the veterans. Sorry, guys. Sometimes you got to go back to a little basics for people who are just kind of tuning in now. But depending on what kind of a computer setup you got, this can sit there and help you gauge what your potential earnings could be while you're at work, while you're in bed, out on a date, hanging out with your buddies, whatever. Times that you're not using your computer, your gaming computer, you can sit there and make you a little bit of money. Help pay for the next upgrade. You're not gonna get rich, I mean, what? I have a 3080 Ti in here. I can make 50 cents a day. I'm gonna quit my job. So I mean, it's not like I'm gonna quit my job, and I'm not gonna sit there and spend $50,000 to get a whole bunch of 3080 Ti's to make 50 cents a day on each one of them. Have 50,000 GPUs. No, it's not that. The return on that is just not worth it. Now, is it worth it if you're being, future looking into things and you're like, hey, look, I'm going to be investing into the future. Oh, I still wouldn't be dropping like 50 grand in right now. I might pick up a little hardware here and there, grand here, grand there, make a nice, if I don't have a nice computer, make a nice computer. That's your new mining rig. What up, automatic boots? Now it's a party, guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And I know that Crypto Bedell still has still has like a 24-hour thing of mining with me. He's never gotten back to me on this, and here we are on the very next free hash rate Friday. So someone else is gonna have to win this. Like everybody talking about those left-handed trees. Got all that devil's lettuce over there. But yeah, I mean, like we're going to be looking at, trying to figure out what's the next thing to mine. What's worth it out there to be mining, to put our hardware on. I mean, to be honest with you guys, nothing of mine's really been mining. I mean, I got my business going on, and I've been kind of funneling all my money into my trying to get my company off the ground. So I've been doing a lot less mining, but I have been mining here and there still. I'll put a rig on, turn a rig on for a little while, and if it's profitable for a week or so, and I can mine enough while it's profitable to get a payout, and then I send it out. I get my Bitcoin, put that into my HODL wallet. I just don't mine 24/7 like I was before, because, well, I'm not trying to set up a business, trying to work on cars, so all my money's been going that direction, and then I don't have as much income coming in to be able to afford to be able to run all the electric. I mean, God, if I were to turn everything on, that's like a 15, no, I'm like over $2,000 in electric. Easy. Easy, easy. So I like if I'm going to do something, I've actually got to talk with the power company and see if I can get some commercial rates here, if they even allow that at my residence. If I can get like some like cheap commercial power, then I can start actually mining again, because that'll put me in a little bit of a better position. I think that puts me at around like, I think that puts me about 8.5 cents all in. Yeah. Yeah, about 9 cents. I mean, heck, dude. I mean, my 3080 Ti still doesn't make any more money at 9 cents. From 11 cents to 9 cents, I make like a penny or two more a day. So I mean, it's not like I'm making a whole lot. It's like, and I do have 4090. I mean, 39, not 4090, 3090s. But my 3080 Ti would outperform those. My 3080 12 gigabytes would outperform those at 48 cents per day. And that's at the 9 cents per kilowatt hour if I was doing commercial rates on this, right? So, I mean, for me, yeah, I can mine a little bit, but I just don't have the revenue coming in to be just turning on all my rigs the way I want to. So, yeah, I'm just going to sit there and just kind of sporadically mine here and there with like some, it's like as long as I don't go over, I would say like 800 watts, I can swing 800 watt worth of mining rigs. Just not for a full month. I could do it like a week or two out of the month, and not a problem. So that's basically what I've been doing. That's been my mining thing, my mining going on as of lately. I checked out Aleo. Something just doesn't seem completely above board with the Aleo project, with especially how the mining goes. It just seems like there's something going on the backside of this that, it's like, just seems a little shady, especially with the mining software. Like going to mine to F2 pool and you're using AWS server. Why is my computer hooking in with Amazon to start mining? Something seems funny. What up, Carlos? So yeah, I don't see any way that Aleo is not going to have an issue here if they are going through third-party software in order to do some mining. So I haven't been really, I mean, I checked it out day one, and saw the kind of funkiness that it doesn't completely work on Hive. You're doing all this custom stuff in there. And then you're using, like I had you using Amazon Web Service on one side, and then when you go into Aleo pools directly, you're using another like third-party, feels like third-party software that you normally would not be trusting. So there's just red flags on the mining side with Aleo that just kind of makes me hesitate on wanting to be a part of their mining community in any way, shape, or form, even if it is the most profitable thing. But again, it's like it's not always the most profitable thing outright, right? I mean, here you got Ironfish and Pyron, and what? I mean, you make 4 cents less, but you're dealing with at least Pyron's a money grab. And then it's like then Ironfish, it's like that's project's been around for a little bit, and they're not doing. It doesn't feel like something funny is going on with their mining algorithms. So and on top of that, there's just not a lot of places that I personally can get rid of this garbage, right? Gate.io, MEXC, and Hashkey all make you do KYC, and I am actually IP restricted. So my internet access, I would have to run a VPN to go to any of these exchanges here. So for me to get rid of this stuff, I've got to actually go to like a swap space in order to get rid of this. Yo, Sadie gifted crypto and hot rods memberships. Yo, nice. Very nice. Awesome. You rock, Sadie. I didn't even like really make an announcement that I had like memberships going on. So guys, since I just got sidetracked with that, I don't really have any like perks in there. So get a hold of me on through Discord, and give me some ideas on what you guys would like to see at the different tier levels. I've got 3 different tier levels, and like let me know what you guys would feel is of value to you at each one of the levels. It's like I gifted myself. Nice. Hilarious. But yeah, so if you guys are looking for it's like just let me know things that you'd like to see in the membership area. That you guys would find value, of course. What up, Nefarious? What's up? What's up? All you are awesome. Stopped using NiceHash when they turned into nice scam with their fees. I still, it's like it's kind of weird that I still kind of halfway promote NiceHash a little bit. And it's like I'm torn whenever I tell somebody to use NiceHash, right? It's like now with the shenanigans that they're doing now, I'm not a fan of them. But still, it's the easiest way for a new person to get involved with mining. It is the least amount of friction to get into mining. Because you could sit there, you run your Windows, you download a program. People know how to do this. People understand overclocking a little bit. So I'm torn anytime I tell somebody, you can check out NiceHash if you really want to check it out. That's entry level stuff. And then if you want advanced level stuff, then that's a whole different thing. But yeah, for newbies, it's fine to dip their toes. Exactly, Zapirate. Exactly. Yeah, I mean, Jason, I totally agree. I'd rather use unmineable or pro hashing, but you're trying to tell somebody to get into something that's already there. You want to make sure that the person has the best experience possible, and for just dipping their toes in, exactly how as a pirate saying it, I think NiceHash really kind of has that down for the ease of usage. Exactly, Tech Man. Whenever you learn how to really mine, you don't need to use NiceHack, HiveOS, or exchanges. Exchanges, I would say you're still going to be utilizing exchanges, but you're going to be doing you're going to do things a little bit differently than you would just if you were just mining the NiceHash and then using Coinbase. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I get your point, though, Tech Man. Absolutely, I get your point. There are better ways to use than just your KYC exchanges. Right, exactly. Somebody who wants to just participate, say they're mining, or they really do want to mine, but they just don't have the interest or the time to learn. Exactly. So I mean, I find all of it's actually kind of it all works very nice, in my opinion of things. I think that all of them have their place. I mean, considering that with all the issues Nice Hash has had, they have made a lot of strides to make things right. So, they're like the lesser of the evils, I would think. But yeah, wallets for the hodl, mixer for the pump, exchange for the dump. Absolutely, my man. Absolutely. Um, so I mean, we're going to be looking at, it's like, and I think we're going to be looking at the market kind of just trending out the way that it has been, just kind of a funky chop in the market. Not really doing any pumps, not really doing any dumps, not until the presidential race here in the United States is over. For anybody who's not in the United States, we're having our presidential election coming up here in November. So as soon as I think that is decided, I think that's what the market, whether it's traditional markets or crypto markets, they're all waiting to see which person is going to be the next president, because one's going to usher in communism and then the other one's going to try to put in capitalism the best that they can. And free capitalistic market is exactly what's beneficial for Busy Bitcoin. So markets may dump right after the election. Absolutely, Rami. And that's absolutely a plausible thing. Like, there's so much hype, so much anticipation leading up into the presidential election that when it happens, it becomes a nothing sandwich and the market shits itself. Because bad policy gets enacted in either way. That's always a possibility too. But I think it'll be more detrimental if Kamala gets put in the office, because she's going to go after the wealthy people with wealthy taxes. That opens the doors up for Marxism, communism, socialism, all that awesome, not awesome stuff. Yeah, one will make what will make USA history. One will make USA be history. Absolutely. So I think overall, it's like this one's going to be an election for the record books. And I think it's gonna cause this market to trade out the way that it is, at least until the election. I'm hoping that, with Donald Trump coming into office, that, day one, wars end. Day two, markets stabilize. Day three, we start drilling for oil. And then we're back on the right track again. So it all depends. It all depends. Hey, at least you don't have the brilliant illiterate candidates. Yeah, 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 yeah. We just have we have a leader, and then we have a hooker. That's what's on the ballot this year. A world leader and a hooker. If the world elects a hooker, I'm fucking done. I quit. Oh yeah, oh yeah. And then, yeah, so it'll be interesting and where the markets are going to go here come November. I mean, I know that's what a lot of people are looking at. You know, what do I invest in that's going to take off? Where can I go for a safe haven? And I tell people gold, silver, and Bitcoin. You want to find the next money maker. There right now, government's trying to pick winners and losers, and there is so much uncertainty in the market that I don't see any real big companies trying to move forward and expand. I'm seeing bigger companies contracting. I'm seeing businesses going out of business a lot more than I am seeing a job creation. So until there's starting to be more job creation than job losses, I don't see a big crypto market pump. I don't see a big traditional stock market pump until we start seeing an economic recovery. The world is still losing jobs at a faster pace than there are immigrants coming into each country. So, and then of course you got illegal immigrants coming into every country that are losing jobs at a record pace, trying to compete with the locals for the little bit of jobs that there are. This is just a recipe of a disaster. It's an escort in chief. Yeah, exactly. Oh my God. Yeah, so it's going to be a wild one for the record books. I mean, history is either going to be made or history is going to be corrected. So, we'll find out which one's going to be which, right? But back to mining stuff, right? I mean, granted, I get it. Like, fucking all the political bullshit that's been going on affects all the fucking mining. Absolutely affects mining. Absolutely affects investments across all boards. It doesn't even matter if you're traditional markets, crypto markets, or hell, you're in the collectible business. You are collecting rare items. Some of that stuff's going up in value, of course, because it's so rare, but and the dollar's getting worse, so it takes more dollars to buy the same rare item. But there are people who have invested into things that, during an economic boom, people have the resources and the money to be able to spend it on stupid shit. Now they don't really have it. So some of these collectibles that truly are collectibles are losing value because, well, people just don't have the money to be continuing collecting them. Granted, I get it. Some collectible things fall in and out of favor over time. Prime example, Beanie Babies and NFTs. People don't have the money to spend on stupid shit. But you have things like Magic the Gathering, the card game, that's been on an absolute tear with the collectability on some of their rarest cards. It's wild. And I have a whole bunch of them. It's like your elections affect prices everywhere. Even here, prices for groceries doubled while wages stayed stagnant. It's like I'm not sure what country you're in as a pirate, but your local government's doing it to you too. It's like every government from every country is all having a race to the bottom. Every major country in the world has, for some stupid reason, thought that if we monetize debt, we can make money on people owing money. And the problem is that somebody's got to pay for it at some point in time. And when you're kicking the can down the road for over 50 years, you're going to have to pay the piper at some point in time. And I think that, it's like every time your government, my government, borrows, what they're doing is they're going and they're looking at the future of the country. and they're taking from the future. Well, they did this in the 40s. Guys, wake up. We are the future they were stealing from. The future happened now. This is when they stole it all from us. They had to borrow it from the future to pay for the past. And now they know that they can't borrow enough from the future without enough jobs. There's not enough prospect of new jobs with new taxpayers. That's why all these countries now are welcoming all these immigrants in. Why? Because it's taxpayers. It's clear and simple. They are looking for the tax revenue. Hey, look, if we get him in the country, we get him working, he'll pay taxes, and it'll balance your budgets. Perfect idea, right? I totally get this idea. Okay, what new job did you give them? What new created job warrants them to be here? Because if you're trying to tell me that an American has to compete with somebody that doesn't belong here is a net positive for economics, you make this make fucking sense. It doesn't. You cannot sit there and import a worker without importing a job to go along with that new worker. Otherwise, you are at square one with no new taxable income. And this is where they think that, well, if we bring them here, the jobs will come automatically because there's more people. If that was the case, then the countries that they came from should be prosperous. They should be paradises from where they came from. Venezuela is not a paradise. Cuba is not a paradise. Africa is not a paradise. China is not a paradise. There's economic areas. There's economic centers in China. But overall, China's fucking dirt poor. There's more people in poverty in China than they have people who are doing economically good. Now, is the country doing better than they were 50 years ago? Sure. But they still have people living in huts in China. Mud bottom huts. So I still see them not being where they should be. They are just forcing stuff to happen in China. Realistically, everybody's having their race to the bottom. China needs to keep the yuan being worth less than the US dollar. Why? Because that means that the price of labor is cheaper than it is in America. And as long as China's yuan is weaker than the US dollar, they can outcompete us in labor. That's how they've been able to do what they do in their country, is that they've been basically outcompeting us with cheap labor. So we've all got to be very careful with how we are navigating these new waters that the governments have really kind of put out for us, because like they're manipulating the markets and they're picking winners and losers out there, all whilst trying to continuously steal from the future. And we are part of the future that they stole from. And that's why we are being affected the way that we are. And unfortunately, everybody that's here, we're awakening to this concept, and we're also seeing that this concept is leading us to financial sovereignty. And then after you understand that financial sovereignty of be your own bank, unbank the banked, get on $0, and you want to be in gold, silver, and Bitcoin. If you want to sit there and see preservation of your wealth, because the government's going to continuously steal from you. And as the more they steal from you, the more you're going to watch gold, silver, and Bitcoin go up in price, because it takes more of those worthless dollars to buy hard assets. Now, you're not going to see gold rip like you do Bitcoin, because gold is heavily manipulated by the banksters. It's very centralized money that has a estimated 2% inflation annually. So there are things that we're going to be looking at in the future that we need to have in our own arsenal. And then after you figure out what you need to make yourself financially sound, well, we've been watching what happens in the grocery store. We're one pandemic away from having no toilet paper. Right? People in the South, in Southern America, when a big storm comes in, two things you don't find in the store: milk and bread. So you want to rely on the store for the very few items that they can put into their shelves, and have it shared with everybody in your community, and think that when something bad happens, they're not going to buy every bit of it out within the first couple of days. That's going to be the problem with these big cities, is that if something happens globally, big cities are fucked. Yeah, the toilet paper apocalypse. Exactly. So, once you realize, you got to be financially sound, be sovereign financially, well, why not make the rest of your life financially sovereign? Your food should be decentralized. Everything in your house should be decentralized. Get Siri out of your house, get Amazon out of your house, all those smart devices. When the internet cuts off, power cuts off, what the hell are you going to do? These devices don't fucking work without internet. So, it's like, you got to make sure that your basic needs are taken care of in times of need. Being in Bitcoin since 2018, I have taken this route. And once you start figuring out that you need to rely on yourself, all roads lead to a homestead. I'll say that again. All roads lead to a homestead. Period. And that's just how things have absolutely worked for the longest time. That everything goes back to the homestead at the end of the day. Let's see here, and I know that we have I got some videos here, because we got a free hash Friday, and I know we're coming up onto this hash rate giveaway, and I didn't actually pick out a video. I kind of do this portion on the fly. So I'm trying to find a video that I have that just has the least amount of views. Let's see here. All right, I'll go after this one. Yeah. Escape. All right. So if you guys want to get a part in on this this 24-hour free hash rate giveaway, you guys gotta make sure that you're subscribed over here, and put your end of the year Bitcoin price prediction in a comment at the bottom of this video here. You have to subscribe, of course. So put your Bitcoin price prediction down there in the comment section down below on that video, and give RN Homesteading a subscribe, guys. Because like I said, once you figure out you need to decentralize your money, all roads lead to a homestead after that. You start questioning everything. So go ahead, put some comments down over there if you want to win some free hash rate, guys. I'd love to have everybody get involved with this. Put your comments down over there. And while you guys are doing that, let's go ahead and talk about some hardware. So we got the 5080. It's going to be a 16 gigabyte and a 24 gigabyte. What? And it's going to be GDDR7 memory modules in there. But it is speculated that the 5080 will not launch only with a 16 gigabytes, but 24 gigabyte configuration. And I don't really like when they start doing that, because I just have my issues with them having two product SKUs that have the same nomenclature. So if it's a 5080 being a base model, 16 gigabyte, 5080 Super at 24 gigabyte, and then you got the 5080 Ti, which would be like a bin chip. I'm okay with that. But if they're using the 5080 and they're offering two different variations, that makes it very confusing for the consumer trying to buy, where they're thinking, oh, I'm getting a good deal on the best card. It's a full 5080. And they don't, it's like, I know a lot of people that don't fucking read. So they're going to buy this 5080. They're going to get home and then they're going to get pissed. And yeah, there's nothing that they're going to be able to do about it because, yeah, NVIDIA makes their product line confusing. I'm not happy with that. I'm hoping that they do make it a different product lineup. And then what the 50, like this person here is like Jim Lee 1999. It's like what the 5090 has 32 gigabytes. And the 5080 only has 16 gigabytes, but if it has a 24 gigabyte, will be released with it. It's like, okay, why can't we have a 16 and let's like a 16 and a 20 gigger on a 5080 lineup, and then a 24 gig and a 32 gig on the 5090, because the 5090 would be your Titan class. And that's not something that was for the gaming community anyway. The 90 class was never for us gamers. That's for workstations. People who are doing massive video renderings. Yes, it can be used in mining, but just like the Titan classes before, they just weren't worth it money-wise to buy it for the sole purpose of mining. If you were buying it and you were also doing video editing or anything like that, AI production, something like that, and then, on the off time you're mining with it, now it makes sense. But to just buy a 5090, a 4090, even the 3090s were like, I caught a screaming deal to get my 3090s. Otherwise, I wouldn't have had more than the one that I bought originally. And that one I spent $1,700 on. That was insane. I was like, oh, yep, I'm only going to do this one time. Waited at Micro Center for 24 hours for the luxury to spend $1,700 for one GPU. What up, Sherm? What's up? Oh, we got John Germain and the Lemon Tree Gang. Yo! Lemon Tree Gang in the house. That's right. But, yeah, I mean, and as you guys are rolling on in, don't forget, go subscribe over here and put your end of year Bitcoin price predictions in. We're going to see who's right, the closest to being right at the end of the year. And maybe I might do something for that person at the end of the year. We'll find out, right? We will find out. So, yeah, I'm like very curious to know how this is really gonna work out overall. I mean, we got the to be leaked stuff for the next 3 series on there. Blackwell. So we already know it's going to be the GB 203 chipset. For the 5080 16 gigabytes, we're going to be looking at over 10,000 CUDA cores. Memory is going to be GDDR7, not X. It's just going to be GDDR7. I don't know if they're going to make an X variation. That would be, I would think, would be on the TI lineup. It'd be smart of them to do it that way. 256-bit bus. I hope they keep that going down the product line as the minimum bit rate for the memory bus. And then you've got your 512 on the 5090, which is not bad. Memory speed will be 28 gigabytes per second. Bandwidth, the memory bandwidth will be anywhere from 1,792 on the 5090 down to 896 on the 5080. And it will be PCIe Gen 5 by 16, which is fine. And they are looking at this being released next year, which I'm okay with them releasing this next year. There's been so much products that NVIDIA, AMD, and Intel have all been releasing that we actually need product maturity. I think that if they actually stop just releasing boatloads of equipment and actually allow the optimization of what's out there, I think the next generation stuff would actually be better. I would be happy to see the 50 series not being released until the end of next year. Let it be what they release for next Christmas, right before next Christmas. Everybody's going to get upgrades for next Christmas. I'm actually cool with this. Again, allow for product maturity. Allow for people to purchase what you already have. And then hopefully that the next generation is a big enough of a separation that somebody who's been on the fence, maybe because like you go on the Steam, Steam still shows, people using 1060s. You allow a product to actually mature, and then you bring out a new product. It'll take the older product that's matured and drop the price, and it'll allow the people who have been in old hardware, they'll actually be more encouraged to upgrade because they see a bigger value in the discounted used market. Right now, you have product coming out, and that product hasn't even matured, so it goes out of the used market, and it's still out of the... if that person couldn't afford to pay for a $500 upgrade, why are they going to go to eBay and pay for a $500 used card? Unless they absolutely have to upgrade. At this point, the person who's in a 1060 is not going to upgrade just because new equipment got launched. I think that they've figured out who their market is for that. It's a very small market of people who are willing to just mindlessly buy equipment. And I think that NVIDIA is, and AMD, because even AMD is going, we're not going to be making premium GPUs anymore. We're not doing that. We're going to make GPUs that people can afford. And I think that's like a better way of doing business for AMD. AMD was always about the budget-friendly gamer, where NVIDIA was, you've got that's your EA Sport gamer is NVIDIA, right? So I think that the market is going to kind of rebalance itself out here, and I hope that, again, NVIDIA doesn't produce the 50 series until the end of next year. AMD drops their premium lineup and just starts producing good quality $200 to $300 GPUs for the market to absorb. They'll pick up all the people who are broke or next to being broke, and allowing them to get good equipment that will allow them to play the new AAA titles. And then NVIDIA can go do whatever they're wanting to do. And then, of course, Intel and AMD just battling it out for CPU domination, like they have always been. But they don't need to include the enthusiast market or the general consumer in with their chip wars. They can do that with all of the data centers. There are more data centers popping up than there are people trying to upgrade their CPU or their motherboard. People are going to look at their GPU before they upgrade all of that stuff first. It's like nothing new for AMD. Don't forget the player's card, same strategy. Yes. And it was because they were trying to just pump out a new card. You had your... what was it? The 480 and the 580 was basically the same card. It was a refresh on the same card. It was a little bit more optimized, but it was almost like between the 480 and the 580. The 480 was when it first came out, and then the 580 was a 480 that went through maturity. Yes, they relabeled it as a new product, but people quickly found out that was basically a 480 that's been optimized. So that's, to me, a mature card. And then going into the Vega lineup, that was brilliant. You know, it's like the Vegas were great cards. Or I mean, not the Vegas. I mean the Radions. Radions were great cards for what you were getting. HBM memory in there, on a high power chip. Very good. They had their little issues with those, like, you know, if you were hitting them hard, whether you're mining on them or gaming on them really hard, and you lost power out of nowhere and everything turned off, you ran a big chance of your card not turning back on. With a, what is it, code 43, where the thing just basically, the memory bricks on it because it overheated the memory and cracked a die. You know, it's like, I think a lot of the products just need time to mature a little more. And I think that us as the consumers would get a much better product overall. The Radeon 7 is a glass cannon. Yeah. I can see that. I can absolutely see that. So I'm hoping that we start seeing a little bit of a slowdown with the hardware for like GPUs, CPUs slowing down just a little bit, so we get some product maturity, better products overall, and just equipment that, you know, when they do release a new equipment, it has less bugs in it. It works a lot better because they've taken the older technology, brought it all the way to the end, and now they're coming out with this going, oh, we need to fix this, this, and this before we release this, because these things have not been fixed and it's already in the new product. Now they can go back and go, okay, we're going to fix this and then release. I'm hoping that's how a lot of because the economy is in a downturn. So people don't have the stupid money to be just doing mindless updates. So that's where I tell people, mine a little bit on your computer, use that to help pay for the upgrade. That's like pro tip right there. Pro tip. And then of course you're not going to the one area. There's few areas where you're always going to kind of see rolling innovation, and a lot of that's going to be in your memory and storage. You're trying to push the envelopes with how much storage you can fit into a small package, and then how much RAM you can sit there and actually utilize. 8,000 mega transfers per second. I don't know where you're going to really need this, but it's there now. 8,000 mega transfers per second. Previously, the memory manufacturers focused on AMD Expo or Intel XMP support while advertising specs, although motherboards could never use the overclocking profiles from the competitors. Teams Group's new memory will now provide support for both technologies simultaneously, which is cool. This is where you get your AMD or Intel RAM. Well, this is no longer going to be the timing. It's all about the timings on the cards on these. Intel and AMD, like AMD, whenever you're doing an overclocking, you need really tight timings with low latencies. Where Intel wants low latencies, but they can deal with a little looser timings, and they work a little bit better that way. So if you've got a RAM that can actually have the tight timings on there for the overclocking features, and kind of split the difference between Intel and AMD, and it will work majority of times. And now some of the stuff's going to be board dependent and CPU dependent on if you can utilize the 8,000 mega transfers per second. From what I've been able to see in a lot of the stuff, if you want to see those high usage of transfer rates, you can only use it in a single channel mode. None of them that I've been able to find are doing the big mega transfers in dual channel or quad channel. Take for instance my AMD Threadripper. I have quad channel RAM. I have 32,000 mega transfer a second RAM in there, and because I've populated all 4 channels, it will not allow me to go above 2666. So there are restrictions on the motherboard. So if you guys are like into overclocking stuff, this would help out, but it's going to be a specific motherboard, a specific CPU, and in specific BIOS settings. So kind of keep that in mind. It's cool to see some of this stuff coming out, because that means in let's say 5 years from now, let's say 5 years from now, I got to upgrade my motherboard. Now I'm going to get something that's going to be able to use, let's say 6,000 mega transfers per second, which is lightning fast compared to what I got now. It'll be night and day difference. And it'll be at a reasonable price in about 5 years. I'm not going to sit there and spend $1,000 on a motherboard, $2,000 on a chip, and $500 to $1,000 in RAM kit just so that I can say that I have this. This is not good for mining. Now, if you're an enthusiast where you're like, gimme, I want the best of the best, you're on your own. I can't help you with that one. You're going to spend stupid money on stupid stuff. Pirates, like I have an overclocking motherboard with 2 slots for RAM and still can't get 8,000 mega transfers to run. Latest 14th gen. Just put it into one slot and see if it runs on single channel RAM. That has been a lot of people's experiences, just to let you know as a pirate. So hopefully that helps you out a little bit. Let me know if putting just one RAM in there and then enabling everything in BIOS for it, and see if that helps out. You might not have the motherboard that even supports it. Some of them say, oh yeah, you can put it in there. Yeah, you can put an 8,000 mega transfer per second into the board, but the board can't technically handle it, even though it's spec for it. And it's like, and I wish that some of these spec lists were a little bit more standardized so that us as a consumer can go, oh yeah, this will support this entirely. That's not what we get though, unfortunately. Oh, excuse me. Is this the one that I was wanting to do? No. All right. So, since we are at that 1 hour marker, fellas, we are at that 1 hour marker. It's like, nah, CPU and board limit. I do extreme overclocking with, oh, hell yeah. We got a nitrogen overclocker. Woo! Yeah, I'm wanting to get into all of that. I've been wanting to get into that. I want to get the Kingpin cooler LN2 pot for the GPUs. And then I've seen a couple of pretty cool CPU pots, too. I was like, oh, with a little heating pad on the back of it. I have a few motherboards that I can sacrifice for this. Yeah, very expensive hobby, I know. I was sitting there like I have the transfer containers, little thermos containers, but I would need to get a dewar tank, and yeah, I think that's all I really need is a dewar tank and then the pots. But the pots are so expensive. Oh, and then you're just running the risk of breaking everything that you do this on, and I'm expecting to break the first couple of CPUs that I go to experiment with this on, before I actually nail it my first time. Forget Kingpin. All right. I got you, the pirate. I'll hit you up on there if you you obviously got a little more information than I do. You've been doing it for a little bit longer than me because I've never done it before. Yeah, certainly. I'll take your input and see what you're playing with, and yeah, go from there. It's like the pirate, legit, 100%. Nice. So, what I need everybody to do, like I've been saying, go over here, put your Bitcoin price prediction here in the chat, in that chat, or actually not the chat, the comment section down below in the bottom of that video. Subscribe, That's me and my wife's other channel, RN Homesteading, guys. If you guys want to see chickens, see stuff getting grown, go check that out. Give it a little love over there. Elmore Labs. Oh, nice. I know Elmore Labs. They got a bunch of their testing equipment and stuff. I've never looked at their pots though. I will take a look at that. Thank you for the heads up, The Pirate. I do have a bunch of Elmore Labs equipment too, so I'll definitely check that out. Good looking out. Good looking out, my dude. So definitely go put your price prediction in over here. Subscribe, and I'm gonna be picking out a comment out of here. Let's see here. La-da-da. Go over here. A pasta. We got 12 unique comments over there. Awesome. Awesome. Awesome, people. We're going to do a hash rate giveaway here. It's like friends in Slovakia made the design and the original prototype. I do LN2 sessions once a year at his place. Oh, that's fucking cool. Jealous. But that is epic.
That was legitness. Yeah, it
was. So guys, definitely, I'll do this one last time, and then I'm gonna pick a winner here. So give a like over there, subscribe, hit the bell notification, and put your Bitcoin price prediction. And maybe, like I said, at the end of the year, I'll probably do something for whoever's the closest. I'm just saying, whoever's the closest, I'm probably gonna do something at the end of the year for you. You'll have to see what I'm willing to do. Oh, so you gotta put a comment over there. You gotta like, subscribe, hit the bell notification. You know what's up. You know how YouTube likes it. All right. We're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pick a winner. Winner, chicken dinner. Right? Bam. I put this over here. Go like this. So we got 12 comments. We got 12 awesome comments here. Let's go ahead and start this. Oh, what do we got here? What do we have? Who do we have here? Oh, and the Pirate wins! Yo! We have the Pirates. Yo! So you have won 24 hours of free hash rate. My dude. So, that is awesome. I give you the option. So, there's not much to mine with the FPGA, but I'll give you that option. Basically, the most profitable thing on the FPGA is Gram. So you can mine Gram, or I will, at the same time, if you would like to use GPUs instead, I have a 4-card 3080 rig that you can use for the next 24 hours. You'll just have to tell me what coin you want to mine with and give me a wallet address, and I'll get everything set up for you, my dude. Big old congratulations to the Pirates. So he thinks his price prediction by the end of the year is going to be $73,420. Yo. And he's like, nice video, subbed. Yo, thank you. So get a hold of me in Discord. It's just under Nemesis. So check that out. Just get a hold of me there. Let me know what coin you want to mine with, and give me your wallet address, and I will get that all set up for you, and you get 24 hours of free hash rate on a 3080 rig. Yo! So everybody, congratulations for trying. We're going to do this every Friday now. Friday is now going to be known as Free Hash Rate Friday. Yo, that's what I'm talking about. It's like, will do. Nice. Yep. Anytime you, whenever you got a chance, just set it up, and then I will give you 24 hours of free hash rate. So just make a decision if it's FPGA, GPU, and we'll go from there. So thank you, everybody, for being here. You guys got any more awesome comments or questions before we head up out of here? Because we are over that 1 hour marker, fellas. Heck yeah, FHF, Free Hash Rate Friday. Does anybody have any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? Yo. It's like, what was the Osprey news? Oh, you missed it. Well, I heard word back from Osprey. There's gonna be updates. So there's gonna be updates. They let me know what their updates are, but I'm trying to find out if it's okay if I publicly state it. So until they get back to me, so I'm hoping they'll get back to me tonight, because they're in China, and there's like they usually respond at about 3-4 o'clock in the morning for me. So I just responded back to them, seeing if I can go public with any of the information that they've given me. Otherwise, some of the stuff that they discussed with me, I'm under an NDA, non-disclosure agreement with them. So they're able to talk to me about stuff, but I can't publicly state anything unless it's official from them. So I was talking with some of their engineers. I can tell you there are updates coming. Some of the updates I can say is for getting rid of some of the bit streams that are on there that are no longer functioning. And there will be new bit streams, but I cannot officially say which ones yet. It's like, I want to, trust me, bro. I want to say it, and I want to tell people to go get FPGAs ahead of them dropping new bit streams. That's what I would say to people. Be like, I got links down below. If you guys are wanting to get some FPGAs, there are new bit streams coming out, and you can get yourself some discounts with my discount coupon codes down below in the description, guys. Oh! So has anybody else got any other comments or questions? Anything at all? And thank you, everybody, for being here. Definitely smash that like button, subscribe, especially if you made it this far. Come on, subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And drop some FAs in the Chizity chat, guys. Everybody, drop some FAs in the chat, because you guys are rated F for freaking awesome. Yo. And guys, if for anybody that's thinking about being a member, or anybody that's in the members group now, put you can get a hold of me on Discord or such, and give some comments on things that you would like to see in all three of the tiers. You have tier 1, which would be your your entry level. You got your mid, and then you got your VIP premium. What would you guys like to see in there? I really don't have. I'm like sitting here scratching my head, going, I'm not sure what you guys would want to see. what you guys would find value in. I mean, I'm so easy to already get a hold of. I mean, most of you guys know how to get a hold of me. Most of you know how to, you know, ask me questions. But, you know, OnlyFans. And then if any of you guys have like little stickers or something like that you would like to add in on the member stuff, certainly give those to me. Tech Man, he's like, I got some ideas. Lay it on me, dude. Fucking hit me up in the Discord. It's like, I need a ASIC manufacturer. It's like, we gonna make history. All right. I'm full ears on this one. I mean, I know people in the industry here and there. Yeah, I would absolutely think so. Private DM stuff for sure. And if you got any ideas for let me do this. If you got any ideas on what the members should have, certainly hit me up on all of that stuff. I got the beautiful one coming in through the door now. I'm live streaming still.
You have me on the screen.
Oh no, that's totally different. Don't worry about that. You're looking at from behind the scenes. Okay. This is not what they're seeing.
You just needed to see me looking at you, right?
No. This is where I had everybody do the free hash giveaway for the dropping comments.
Okay.
Yep.
All right.
She's talking about she's talking about this because I brought this up so that I can get the YouTube link here so I can give it to you. So this is what she's talking about. Sadie says, hi, Mrs. Nemesis. Haynes is like, this isn't your OnlyFans live stream. These be facts, right? These be facts. Like, no Joko Tech. Yeah, exactly, Tech Man. Absolutely. Oh, that's bad, Tech Man. Yeah. I've been hearing all the weird stuff that's been going on with that, with the whole Diddy did it thing. So does anybody else got any other comments or questions before I head up out of here? Anything at all? Oh yeah, it is fun to watch it. Watch a socialist would fucking self-destruct over there because they're trying to implement communism. It is fun to actually watch. And it's even funnier that P. Diddy and Sam Bankman-Fraud is sitting in the same jail cell, sitting in the same jail section on suicide watch as Epstein. Very interesting line of events here, right? We will have to see how this one works out. This one is like for the record books, I swear. So now, since nobody else got any other comments or questions, I think I'm going to take off here, especially since the Wi-Fi just got home. I'm going to spend a little time with her. So thank you, everybody, for being here. Thank you, everybody who's participated with the free hash rate giveaway. I appreciate every one of you guys participating with all of this stuff. Definitely drop some FAs in the Chizzity chat. Subscribe, hit the bell notification, all that good stuff. And with that being said, peace out, stay savage, and may your watts be low and your hash be high. I'll see you on the next one. And Zapirate, hit me up into the Discord and we'll get you all set up. All right. Thank you, everybody. And I'll see you on the next one. Yo.